What is title splitting? So this is effectively disaggregating one freehold title to create further titles, in most cases in the pursuit of adding value. The most common use for this strategy is where you acquire a large building, maybe a commercial building for example, and then divide it into smaller dwellings or units to increase revenue and the asset value. You would then create new titles for each dwelling to enable sales or financing of these individual units. A powerful way to execute this strategy is in acquiring large multi-unit blocks already subdivided into smaller units, such as flats for example. You would acquire the freehold with all the flats under one title, so they are split physically, all have their own utility supplies, their own front door, planning permission, etc. And then you create leases for each flat, enabling you to then mortgage each flat individually. Now there are many nuances to this, but the purpose of this video is to give you an idea of how the concept works. The aim is to ensure that the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. So for example, you acquire 3 flats for 150,000, which have been valued on a multiple of their income. However, through your research, you know that these flats are maybe worth 75 to 100k each. This is where the power of splitting the titles would come into its own. However, don't split for the sake of splitting. Whilst it may be wise to split the titles to future-proof and give you flexibility to sell off individual units in the future, there may actually be no value in attempting to finance each flat separately, depending on the price you have paid for the block versus their individual values. So be sure to carry out your due diligence. Hopefully that gives you a quick insight to title splitting. If you've had any questions, then be sure to reach out to the team who will be able to point you in the right direction.